Okay. Yeah, obviously. Back in the older versions of Minecraft, I couldn't do that. But anyway, hello everyone. Welcome back to just Nostalgic Skies 2 Just Playing. Been a while, but I finally had an instance where I didn't want to upload anything, and I couldn't stream any. Well, I guess I could have streamed Tai 2, but I'm not. I'm not ready for that. I need to practice more. I guess I could have streamed myself practicing, but here we are instead. I guess the main thing is I'm exhausted. So yeah, just I'm not up to doing much today. So we're doing this. And I've realized I've made a human torso, more or less. I'm still gonna try to work with it as a dragon torso, but yeah, I acknowledge that this is not a very good dragon torso. Or maybe it is. I don't know what a dragon looks like. Do you? Probably should make sure that I have plenty of petal blocks being made. Need more purple. Oh wow, you can't even see them. Wait. Where are my duplicators? What happened here? Did they burn down at some point? Is that possible? Or did I just harvest them? For some odd reason. What did I do last time? There are webs here. Wondering if a Mothra ended up spawning and just burnt the entire thing down. That'd suck if that was the case. But it's not the worst thing. We can fix it. We just gotta... Right, this seems to be... This doesn't seem right. And I'm starting to see why. Okay. Should base it off of where this one is. So this is where the line actually is. Okay, well, I guess we're regrowing our duplicator forest. Thankfully, it's not that hard to set up, but yeah. Don't know what happened to all these. Maybe I did harvest them. Again, thankfully, duplicator trees are... Once you getting the first one, really difficult. Getting subsequent ones, really easy. Alright. I will say, in my actual serious series, I probably won't be using duplicator trees because it is admittedly a little bit cheesy. But this isn't a serious playthrough at all. I'm just doing things. What difficulty is it on? Hard. Okay. Don't I have a magnum torch nearby? Also, wow. Okay, if I put that there, we can knock all this out. Technically, we are beyond the 64... Oh, wait, actually, I'm looking at it. Let me put these away. I would have to dig out a little bit more, and it's not worth it. This is still a pretty decently sized forest. This is 64 trees. Or at least it should be 64 trees, if I'm not mistaken. Then we just go to what I believe is the middle and put our single block to mass duplicate. Once the forest is grown, it will do that. Oh, Gesundheit. Don't I have magnum torches everywhere as well? Yeah, that. Completely forgot about that. That's a real bummer. I don't see them, but I also don't see any mobs spawning. Well, outside of that, but spawners don't ever count. That was way too hard to hit for no reason. Anyway, now that the duplication's going, I know for a fact there's a magnum torch up here. In fact, yeah, there it is. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure there are magnum torches basically everywhere, but yeah. Let's get this... What is this harvest fat? Okay, it's axe. Yeah. Let's just start building. Hold on, it's... My brightness is all the way up. Pricked to death? How does that even happen? Oh, wait. No, I think I know how that happens. They probably spawned in a cavern and stepped on a bush. Forget that those are spiky. Okay, I'm trying to think. What can I do to fix this night vision problem real quick? Okay. There is Botania. Could go that route. I could just brew potion. Oh, wait, this. Duh. And if I really wanted to, we could do the advanced string of night vision and get night vision 2. So very useful. Okay. What are we missing? Really? Okay, well, we actually do have glow... Oh, you know what? I know where there's glowstone. Duh, I forgot I have this full thing set up back here. I should probably hook this up into my ME system or something. Probably not, actually. Okay, I'm gonna actually put those away while I work on this. How close are we to just having it? We are missing a bottle of water. And And now we have it. Doesn't it just work in my inventory? So I have to be on my hotbar? Do I have to hold it? I have to hold it, okay. That's the benefit of the advanced. Okay, do we have nether stars? We do. However... you know what? I'm not gonna duplicate that right now. Now it just... It only needs to be in my inventory. That's the benefit of having the second one. It's not night vision too. Interesting. Hopefully this helps with you guys seeing. I haven't quite seen yet how it looks on your guys' end, but I'll just start working on this, and I completely forgot to put blocks in my inventory. I almost looked up blocks. Oh yeah, that's way better. I'm now realizing, though, I don't think I really need much more purple. Okay, I think I'm gonna start leaning into leaving the bottom and the top and just start working on narrowing the sides a lot. Oh, that was pointless. Wait, can I? I forgot that that's a thing. I should probably... Can I do that with this axe, or... No, it needs to be a tinker's axe. I should probably make an axe, then. Guess technically that's... Then I want to just do this. The goal being to... Oh, wait, when am I going to have to go up one? I guess we don't need to go up this point. I think we go... Okay, come on. Well, I guess we're doing it like that. I'm just gonna do this at this point. It makes a circle. The circle is complete. Is it a perfect circle? No. But nothing about this is perfect. Yeah, this really is just a human torso. It's not gonna stay looking like that, but once I actually add, you know, more draconic features, it should stop looking like a human torso. Alright. Need to raise this up one. You know what? What if I just... I know I'm supposed to be making a dragon, but, like... I could turn it into a person. A draconic-looking person? I don't know. Nah, I'm gonna try to make it a dragon. I gotta shrink this inner circle, this neck down a bit. I think we do something like this. Take out these. Then do this. I'm just gonna there we go. Oh, forgot one. I think we go up one. We are getting to that point where every block we place is not as worth it. Now I'm messing everything up. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I am starting to see the vision for the dragon now. It may not be the prettiest dragon I've ever made, but it will be a dragon. I think we go a bit more up here. Then we start adding a bit of other directions. Do I want to add some purple to it? Alright. Something like that. And then just add the occasional ridge. Yeah, I think that works. Do I want it a bit thicker on the neck, though? Yeah, I think I do want it a little bit thicker, at least for a bit. Or do I? Actually, I kind of like it. I don't Something like that. Yeah, I think that works pretty well. Okay. Wrong one. I've got two to get rid of. I guess technically if I fill in... Well, the reason I'm leaving this as hollow as possible is I want to live inside the dragon. I know, weird choice, but... we all have different things, different goals in life, right? You know, I think part of the problem is that this is just a little too long. You need a ridge there. Maybe even shorter than that. I think, yeah, we start having this be 3 long ridges. Okay. Gonna actually make this, I think, a little bit longer before going in another direction. If it wasn't obvious which direction I'm going. Alright, and just boop off all of the excess. I think we do... I don't know how long I want this neck to be, but I do want it to do some nice turns, so... I am gonna start aggressively turning. There we go. And I do actually want to go up a bit. What am I doing? Right there. So that one, that one, that one, that one. Now we skip that, that's a ridge. What I actually want to do is almost turn this. Now in smaller versions, that'd be really easy, but this is not going to be as easy of a turn. Wow. we basically need to treat... Whoa. Go like... If I do this, we can get an idea of what we need to do. Because we don't want it to just be a square. That would look really bad on an organic build. Lovely. But we do want to turn pretty sharply. So let's something like that. This being a ridge. Just sort of follow along as best we can. Well, I think we want this to be a little bit thicker. Something like that. Does that work on both sides? Not really. We've lost the middle line. Might have to have this be a bit thicker here. Wait, is this really how it's gonna be if the ridge is right there? That's kind of crazy. I feel like this should be over one, but that doesn't make sense. As crazy as this is, I think this is correct for the middle line. That does not feel right at all. And I think I see why it doesn't feel right. There, now we got a good one. There we go. Does look a little bit thicker here, but a bit of a price I have to pay in order for an actual good looking curve. You gotta make sacrifices to have curves look nice. Alright, and then we just fill in the top. Alright, there we go. Okay, time to do that, like a few more. Okay, do I want to do any more of that, or... I'm also trying to think where I want the head to end, because I feel like we're getting a pretty long neck at this point. I don't want it to be too ridiculous, so I might honestly start looking at stopping it here. Right. That, like that, like that. Alright. I will admit it does, after a while it does get a little confusing about where things should go. After you start doing this for a while, just because it just gets, you just start getting a little, I don't know how to describe it. It's not that it gets any harder, it's just, I guess as you start wearing down, it starts getting harder to identify where you're placing blocks. Alright. I think I do want to, what I want to do is curve it back. Maybe I don't. I think I want to have, because I'm going to have them breathing fire. I want them to start breathing fire in that direction and have it be a trail that's been going that way. So I want this to end on a diagonal, which actually should mean what we want is, so what we do then is something like this, actually. Hold up. If I do this, but then don't fully commit, using this as a guide for where I want it. So we'll put the head on a diagonal, but I do prefer to work on, I have found that diagonals work better for heads sometimes, a lot of the times. So, yeah. I will also start putting it down a bit. This is just mainly a guide. Okay. I need it to be 3 long the entire way, so something like this. Let's see if it works. Alright, yeah. That mostly checks out. I think I actually get rid of these. It will work out fully. And then I decide where the most diagonal bit is. Well, let's finish it first, then start cutting things. Alright. Feels crazy doing all this work just to cut most of it out. Okay, so from here, think so. Know that that's all gonna go. I'll worry about that stuff in a moment. Now this and this will go, and I think that's good. Or actually, I think these stay. As crazy as it is to say. Yeah, maybe they go here instead? Oh, that looks not any better. I think we just have to take him out and live with that. Yeah, there's the end of the dragon's neck. Now we gotta work on the head next. Oh boy, the head. I have no idea what I'm doing for the head yet. I might honestly just leave it as is for now and come back to it later. Yeah. We want breathing fire, so starting on that diagonal down is probably... Oh, hold up. Why is it... Oh, because this got added onto that side. Meaning we should have that on that side. Wow, wait, why doesn't this work? Oh, I see. This isn't a true diagonal right now. That's messy. Really messy. How do I fix this? This is a really bad diagonal. Oh my word. Okay, I think for it we gotta go like this. Or for it to actually make sense as a diagonal. Yeah, it does mean that I can stop misplacing. The amount of blocks I've misplaced is insane. Should look something like this. Honestly, it might honestly be what we have to do. And that. Then we have these in, and then it makes sense. Because now, it did kind of shrink, but that does look a bit more natural here. Yeah, let's start on the head then. I think I start just by doing something like this and extending. Something like that. And then we... Oh. Yeah, no matter what, there's gonna be weirdness about it. Wait. What is that? Oh, I want to girth up the jar. The jar? The jaw here. That's why I felt the need to do that. Okay. I think... Because we do want it to come to a point, but we also want to look more natural. Didn't mean to place one there, but whatever. This point where wait. How is this not working? Okay, so we do this. We do this. That we do that. I don't know what I did differently this time, to be honest. We do actually want to stay in relative line with the head. But I also do want to go slightly down to angle the head down. If that makes sense. It's not going to be a wide open job, but yeah. I think we have that closed, honestly. And we just repeat on this side. I think we actually have the last bit like that. So it'll end up being, yeah, tilted down, but still breathing fire everywhere. That's not helpful. Wow. Multiples of unhelpfulness there. So, how does it look as a head? Could definitely use it with some rounding out. Smooth it out a little bit. Honestly, these could just be nostrils. I'm just sort of trying to define the shape of the dragon at this point. I can change out blocks as I need to. There we go. So far, it's actually, you know, it's kind of looking like a dragon. I think the big reason why it doesn't look like a dragon torso is because it doesn't have, you know, wings or limbs. It is a bit flat. I guess that is part of the problem. And you know what? I'm looking at it. I've made a plesiosaur. If I had flippers instead of wings and legs, it would just be a plesiosaur. But you know what? It's a dragon in my heart. This also looks very janky now that I'm looking at it. Okay, how do I fix it, though? I think I literally just reduce it. Now I'm looking at it closer. Yeah, we just need to turn this into a proper diagonal fully, we have to fully commit. Oops. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that looks better. It now just looks like a continuous diagonal, but you know, that works. It's not perfect, but so far it's starting to look good. Naturally, I don't like those at all. Yeah, let's get the shape right, then figure out details later. I'm not even going to add horns right now. It's just going to be a plesiosaur floating over my base for a while. Alright, I think we do the same thing I did with the head for the tail, where I thin it down once and then start only thinning down the actual central circle occasionally while thinning down the sides severely. Okay. You know what? There we go. And then we slim down the sides. Oh, wait. Wow. How did it change so much as we got... well, whatever. I can still work with this. We will just have to alter things slightly to make it work, but it will in the end work. Okay, technically this and this can be taken out, so I will. But, yeah. We have a fairly odd shape here already, but yeah. We gotta finish it off before we... Wait. Oh, right, I forgot that's sort of what the shape has been. Okay, we gotta reduce it one more time. The tail can be a bit smaller. There we go. Sorry about that. I have no idea what I'm going to do with the tail, but we have the basis of the tail area. It's just a matter of making it. Probably going to keep it more straight than I have the head. Though I could do diagonals. Whew. Wait, I've killed the dragon. I don't think I've killed the king or Mobzilla yet. You know what? Let's take a break from this. Well, actually, yeah, this will probably take up the remaining time I have left. Yeah, let's go fight Mobzilla to end the episode. Do I want to do it on my own? I did make this giant army that would be great against them. A very strong army. It would work really well, but at the same time, yeah, I think we just go ahead and go fight Mobzilla on our own, at least for the first time. Actually, do I want to turn that on? I think I just leave here anything that's really hard to get, or I can't really replace. This, I can't really replace. This is actually fairly cheap. If it were the upgraded one, that'd be a slightly different story, but I can still sieve. Oh, right, it's not gonna show it because, right, yeah, I forgot. This you have to charge. Then this you need these. Well, specifically, you need these to get the ingots, but to get these, you take the charge block, throw down a dragon's heart, and then blow it up, and it'll infuse it with draconic cores, of course. 4 cores per block. I could start doing that, but I'd rather set up a way to farm draconium first. That's not just duplicator tree. I'm trying to avoid using the duplicator tree any more than I already have. Okay. Okay, so let's get that off my hotbar for now. I do want to keep this, but I need. Is it not called bag? Is it called a pouch? Yeah. So yeah, if I throw one of these in here, it'll go into my ME system. This place is loaded, so we should be fine. Now I just need to find a place that I can go and kill then. That's another reason I don't want to bring the army right now. I want to do this in another dimension. You know, I just realized I have ant spawn eggs. So I think we just... These are red ants, right? Yeah. 2 red ants to get there and get back. Currently using a slice instead of royal. The royal guard sword. Should take a bow. We're gonna definitely need it. Gonna keep that off my hotbar until we're actually in the dimension. Let's go beat Mobzilla. Or die trying. Just realized I probably could have gone to the village dimension for free Mobzillas, but yeah. We don't want to use that now. Don't think there's anything here I care too much about, so... Oh, hey, I actually hit him. You're supposed to be able to fight this guy without flying? Where's your hitbox? Oh, I think I found it. But I also think they have immunity frames. To a ridiculous degree. I'm just gonna sit back and let my armor regenerate. Yeah, see? Definitely has, like, immunity frames or something to stop you from just spamming them dead. That's awful. Or it could just also be janky hitboxes. It seems to be more likely just janky hitboxes. Oh, I tried to do that. I have no idea if I'm even doing enough damage to negate their regen. Did I ever mention that Mobzilla is more of a battle of attrition than an actual fight? I hate this fight. Can you not do that? That destroys my armor, by the way. Okay, stop throwing excessive amounts of fireballs at me. Gotta make sure he doesn't regen at all. While I try to get in closer to actually hit him. Why did I choose to do this? I kind of wish there was just an empty dimension that he couldn't destroy blocks and I could do this in. I probably could make one. I just would need to find out what blocks they can't destroy. Maybe grab the bedrock portal. Go to the land of the bedrock. Okay. Yeah, I can't get close enough to use my sword. Rude. Oh, he actually has taken quite a bit of damage. Okay, can you, like, actually take damage, please? I'm going in for a heavy hit. Yeah, I can't get it closer anymore. I need to let my armor mend up. Can you please take damage? The jankiness of their hitbox is insane. The fact that they take so much knockback is also insane. They should have, like, crazy knockback resistance. Instead, I'm knocking them around like a piñata. Oh, this is the fight. Bet you thought it'd involve, you know, actual weaponry. Oh my word, okay. Alright. This sucks. I hate this. Why did I do this? Now I just can't hit him. Did I mention I hate this fight? Alright, you know what? I don't do this often, but... Oh wait, no. I know for a fact that sword doesn't work on him. Shoot. Royal Guard is actually really the best option. We don't have that. Sorry, Royal Guard and this bow. Probably should have stuck to building. I hate Mobzilla. The Sword of the Cosmos does not work on this guy, by the way. Trying to think what would. There's not really a good answer. I mean, I can try, but I already know the answer. If I get in close, it's just gonna do what it always does. Yeah. Slash kill does nothing. But we can sit in creative mode and actually fight him in what is what I like to call an actually fair fight here. Because believe it or not, this is as close to fair as it gets with this stupid giant. Even in creative mode, this fight sucks. I think I found his hitbox. Die, would you already? Yeah, see where... Everything about this fight sucks. I feel zero remorse for what I am doing right now. Once I get them really low, I will actually switch back to survival. But yeah, I'm not fighting 4,000 health of this. Alright. What the frick? Don't heal. You know, I'll finish him off with the bow. It seems fitting. Leave me alone. Just die already. Even with cheating. Even with cheating. Oh yeah, my gravestone's just gone as well, because, obviously. Yeah, that's where my gravestone was. I'm just... Just give me my armor, please. I did lose some things, probably. Why did I have a vortex on me? Alright, you know what? I'm done playing around with you. We're done playing your game. Yeah, look at how much health they regenerated. We're done here. Get lost. Get out. Never return. I'll fight them again legitimately later. Right now, I don't care. Be gone with you. I'm done. I'm done. I can't. I just can't. What even is some of these blocks? Just realized I don't have my bag on me either. Fire? Wait. Does it drop any? Oh my word, that I didn't realize Mobzilla was OP. Okay, well, I don't really... There's my trophy. Some fire. I'm done doing that. Next time, I'm gonna just bring full Draconic armor, because the armor of War Spawn's just not strong enough at all. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. Until next time, goodbye.